When we think of prayer, we don't think of what it does other than serving our purpose of communicating to and with God. Prayer also stops the growth of evil, for it is the seed of life. God's plan regarding humanity is for the good, even though we experience the presence of evil in our everyday lives. There are two stories from Genesis that describe the emergence and the expansion of evil and sin across successive generations. In the first chapters of Genesis, it is the story of Adam and Eve. In doubting God's intentions, their hearts yield to the temptation of the evil one. However, the experience goes in the opposite direction of where they had expected. Their eyes were opened, and they discovered that they are naked. The second, from Genesis 4, is the story of Cain and Abel. Cain is envious of his brother and sees him as a rival for everything. Evil enters within his heart, and Cain does not succeed in controlling it, leading to his murder. Though Cain's descendants develop arts and crafts, violence develops as well. We too still experience the presence of wickedness in the world, nearly every day for some of the faithful. In this third account from the Bible, one that is less apparent, humbler, and more devout, that represents the redemption of hope, the story involving Abel, Seth, Enoch, and Noah, who acted humbly and prayed to God with great sincerity. These four men who prayed in the first pages of the Bible as peacemakers, their prayer is authentic, which liberates it from the instinct toward violence. Authentic prayer is a gaze directed toward God, so that He might return to take care of the human heart, adding that prayer cultivates flower beds of rebirth in places where human hatred was only capable of sowing a desert. There was a head of government in the past who proclaimed himself an atheist. He said that he had no religious sense in his heart, but he remembered listening to his grandmother praying when he was a child. At a difficult time in his life, that memory came back to his heart, and he began to pray with the words used and remembered from his grandmother. There, he found Jesus waiting for him with his arms open in love, accepting him back into the flock. Prayer is a chain of life. Prayer is a seed of life. That is why it is so important to teach children to pray. It hurts to see children who do not know how to make the sign of the cross. We faithful must help the younger parents to teach their children how to pray. Then, perhaps, they can forget, take another path, but that one remains in their hearts because it is a seed of life, the seed of their dialogue with God. For this reason, throughout history, righteous men and women of prayer, often misunderstood or marginalized, have ceaselessly offered up intercession for the world. invoking God's power to bring about healing and growth. The world lives and grows thanks to God's power that these servants of His attract through their prayer. It is through these servants of God that His path and story are passed down to the remnant of humanity, who have asked that He transform their hearts of stone to hearts of flesh again. May it happen before those hearts of stone stop beating altogether. May it be your will, Lord, that this happen. May it be your will